Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, Matt here, Oilers fan reaction. It's going to be a good game, battle of two teams on 2-game winning streaks. Unfortunately, the Minnesota Wild own the Edmonton Oilers as of late. By as of late, I mean for the last decade and a bit. But the Oilers are starting to come around. They're starting to look better, starting to feel better about themselves and their game. Again, they finally won 3 straight. I'll shut my big yap for the introductions of the Molson Cup. First star of the week, the month. Who's it going to be this month?
And from the Molson Coors Beverage Company, Rob Hill. This month's award recipient, tallying 8 goals and 22 points in just 14 games, leading the NHL in both categories amongst defensemen. On January 24th, he became just the 4th defenseman in NHL history.
Bouchard!
When he registered his first career hat trick, 6 total points, while playing in his 400th career game. Oil Country, help us congratulate the Molson Cup recipient for the month of January. Number 2, Evan Bouchard.
Bouchard!
The recipient of this award, a donation will be made in Evan's name for $1,000 to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation in support of Zoe's Animal Rescue. On behalf of Molson and the Edmonton Oilers, congratulations, Evan! And now, fans viewing at home from coast to coast to coast on Hockey Night in Canada and here in Rogers Place, we ask
Coast
you
to
to
coast
please
to
stand
coast.
if you're able, remove your hats, and join the singing voice of your Edmonton Oilers, Robert Clark, in the performance of the American and Canadian national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well done, Mr. Clark. Well done.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
You know, Renegade, I haven't thought about it, actually. I'm thinking about it. Honestly, if there was to be a name on this jersey, it would be Calvin Pickard. I'd get Calvin Pickard on the back of this jersey.
The last day of January feels like the last day of March in downtown Edmonton, Rogers Place, as the Oilers play Game 7 of an 8-game homestand against the Minnesota.
Who else would I get on the back of this jersey? I mean, Yeah, Picard's the only name that I can think of that comes to mind when I think of this jersey.
St. Paul shut the Oilers out in this building December the 2nd with a
Wallstead versus Jari.
masterpiece.
Yeah.
Coming off a win over Calgary while Tristan Jarry
I could do a Skinner.
stopped 37 shots. The Oilers gave up 41 on Monday. Still beat the
Savoy's another good one. Yep.
Jarry, the winning goal.
Savoy.
The number since he joined Edmonton. Matt Boldy
Noah Philp is another good one to put on the back of the jersey here.
on the wild roster, and Leon Draisaitl set to take the opening
Draisaitl wins the face-off to Nurse.
for the 7th and final time this year. And if you pay attention to Sliders, well, they're 5-0-1 in these units. Plenty of cream on the Minnesota side.
That's way offside, says the referee.
They've got an offside whistle against Joel Eriksson. And forward thinking.
I haven't watched it yet.
Moving business.
I have not watched the Royal Rumble yet. I've been really busy today, so yeah.
We talked to Quinn Hughes this morning, you and I, Jack, and he said, listen, we
I know a little bit.
in front of us.
I know a little bit of what happened, but not
2 games this season.
fully.
These teams have played, and for the Edmonton Oilers, it's score first. Listen, their record's fantastic when they get on the board first, but it's more about having a solid good start. It's been a little bit tough lately for them to do that. They'll lead it tonight.
Well, and they've gotten away with it in 2 of their last 3 games. And we'll talk about that.
I could get a James Hamlin on the back of this.
Flips it inside for Kasperi Kapanen, and then shoots on net. And
Yeah, Lubo, it should be a good one.
that up on the glass.
Yeah, I caught the first 5 minutes of it where they announced Charlotte Flair as #1 for the women's. It didn't look like a very big crowd.
In the central,
Mr. Iguana. That's awesome. It didn't look like a very good crowd at all, to be honest.
jump in and a scoop by Jarry. And Louis, how about high drama on Thursday?
Looked like it was lacking.
They Sharks down 3-0, and it's Leon Draisaitl early in the third period. But this is the starts we're talking about. This is a team that can come back with David the Power.
Yeah.
The extra attacker made.
I mean, it was handed to them, so I guess.
And guess who in overtime? Zach Hyman remains hot.
I don't know. Sam Donaldson might get his first.
Talked about many times, knows how to ratchet it down.
Seahawks might do it.
You can come back in games, but you can't think if you play that way all the time, it's going to be good. They want to be better early.
And this is a step up in weight class. No offense to San Jose. Oh, tough save by Jarry. And then a rebound shot wide by Faber, who grimaces, and now Nugent Hopkins has McDavid. A breakaway and ball stick back here tonight.
Oh, McDavid, you're predictable on breakaways, my friend.
This year.
Good pass by Hopkins this time. He moved the puck fast instead of losing the puck at the blue line. If you guys caught my post-game reaction against San Jose.
Shot right here deflects right out off the pad of Jarry.
Like, I'm not saying the Patriots had it easy. I'm just saying that if it wasn't for a third-string quarterback for the Broncos, it wouldn't be the Patriots in the Super Bowl this year.
Quick shot by Emerson flows through. McDavid, like Hyman, has scored in each of his last.
I disagree, Lubo. I think the Broncos are the best. And if it wasn't for their third-string quarterback being shell-shocked, they
Given up 15 goals.
it wouldn't be a Patriots Super Bowl this year. I'm not going to put too much shade on the refereeing, but if the refereeing wasn't so terrible in the Bills-Broncos game, you'd be seeing Josh Allen in the Super Bowl this year.
Keeping the line is Danila Urov. He'll put it down low for the Wild. Quickly advance through back to Roslovic.
Yeah.
Away by Damon Hunt.
But, hey, you still got to win those games, right? So full marks to the Patriots.
Jonas Brodin. So we're seeing
Full marks to
Juracek tonight on that.
that May kid.
Well, back on December 2nd,
He's got himself a little meme going for himself. Really good to see.
it was his first
Hey, I won't knock it.
Oilers.
If the Patriots win, the Patriots win. If the Seahawks win, the Seahawks win.
Early on here, as you just saw in the breakaway, so not easy to do, but sometimes
But
you never reach
that's the NFL, right?
this feeling
It's
early in his career. He's made some terrific saves against them.
whatever makes them the most money at that time. Oh, Frederick whiffs on that one. I think a team should bring Cam Newton back as quarterback next year, to be honest with you. I mean, oh yeah, I just want to be competitive. I won't watch any of the halftime stuff because I'm not a fan of Bad Bunny at all. He's changed a lot since having his WWE appearance. He's become a completely different person, apparently, from what people are saying. He's... That's offside Edmonton. That's all you can hope for as an NFL fan, right? Or is that as a sports fan, period? It's just competitive hockey, right? Competitive sport. Just make it a competitive game. Don't be sorry, Epic. How did you enjoy that game, man? What a wild finish. Bad start, though. But again, there was people defending it. Oh, it wasn't on the goalie. It was bad defense. No, that's on the goalie. Eventually, you got to start saying, maybe this is what it is. No matter who's in net, the team's just not going to produce in the first period. What a wild finish, though. Draisaitl. Shot. Scores! Leon Draisaitl. 1-0 Edmonton. With that goal, Draisaitl ties Mark Messier all-time scoring list for the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl. More full with the Super Bowl than the Grey Cup. I'd say they're both full equally, to be honest. Well, no shutout for you, Wallstead.
Edmonton scored 17 goals in its last 3 games, but considering the save on McDavid and the shutout we referenced, Louis, important for the Oilers to get one on them early?
Really important. I think, just the psyche, right? They haven't had a good start. Why? I don't want to see not a good start because the first matchup was a chess match. It was a one.
Apparently that was his 27th of the year, unassisted. Yeah, he got it past you. Nice tape-to-tape pass there by Johansson. Wallstead is human. Yeah, I agree with that barbershop 100%. Wallstead is human. He can be beaten. Yeah. A couple of my buddies that were there said, man, it was tough. That first period and a half was just tough to watch. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that, Renegade. They're pretty full in Edmonton as well. But yeah, mostly whatever home team is at the Grey Cup, those bars are pretty usually full. Off the post for Savoy from McDavid. Team's buzzing, Buzz. Little B work. No, Renegade, that wasn't. That was on Ingram and bad rebound control. That was not on Bouchard at all. Like, where's Bouchard supposed to stand? Like, it bounced off his foot off a rebound. I guess you could see just a nice shot off the pad. But the goalie has to have better rebound control there. We said it about other goalies that don't play for the Oilers. I'll be, as a goalie myself, that has to go to a corner. Because I'm going to be honest, had he kicked it out to the left a bit more, it would have been a tap-in for the other guy. It would have been a tap-in for the other forward. Either way, that puck was going in off the pad. Just nice, perfect shot off the pad. Rebound control needs to be better, but as a whole, can't really blame a good shot. That's right, you were epic. You're that last-minute comeback kid. Can you go to a game where they don't have to fight for their lives for 60 minutes? I would really appreciate you going to a game where they're like in full control. Oh, Lazar almost tucked it. I think Bouchard should be on Team Canada. He's a better defenseman than Drew Doughty is. I'm going to be honest, his numbers are better. He puts more points up, and he's got a better plus minus than Drew Doughty. I get it, Drew Doughty's there because he's been there, done that before, got that t-shirt. I get it, but like that's what I'm saying, right? Like we got to think of who's on that team right now. Doughty's there, he shouldn't be. There's a lot of players that are there that shouldn't be just because of who their coaches are. Was that a puck or a stick?
Took a high stick or a puck. They're going to talk about this, Louis.
I think it might be Frederick.
Yeah.
Who was waiting around to see what the...
Well, they're confirming here.
Now, was that a puck or a stick?
Here it is, bam.
Oh, no, that was a stick.
They're still talking about it. They're not sure. Trying to get this...
No, that was a stick. That's a penalty.
Definitely comes up and pops it. But I mean, if you're having this much of a conversation on whether a stick came up and hit someone in the face, it's not a major. They're putting him in the box.
Oh, yeah, that's a 2-minute penalty all day, every day, twice on Sundays.
2-minute minor, high sticker.
Can't be upset by that if you're an Oiler fan.
Power play has been hot, Louis. 9 goals in its last 7.
Yep. They've got the pieces, don't they? I mean, you look at the back.
Oh, Prime Doughty was nasty as hell, but let's not kid ourselves. This is not a Prime Doughty. This is a Doughty that can't even escape up and down the ice twice. Hey, how's it going, Chemo? 1-0 Edmonton on the goal by Draisaitl. Most goals scored by an Oiler, Leon Draisaitl. He now sits number 1, past Marky Messier. A lot of players from St. Louis as well. Bad. Just bad.
Set play by the Minnesota Wild, as you mentioned, Hughes with a beautiful pass to find Eck alone.
Volstead.
No, absolutely. Call it live, right?
A gift apple there.
Call it live. Like, if you don't know what it is live, don't take 2.5, 3 minutes to review it, talking to each other.
For their last 25, the Wild are the man advantage. Even I can tell you that's 40%.
Well, Eriksson Ek answers right quick by the Minnesota Wild on the power play.
Of the year, the number on his back. He's one of the few guys in the league that can honestly say he's had some decent matchups against McDavid on a consistent basis.
But this tournament is not for nations. It is going to be completely different. Good. Yeah, but this tournament is not. McDavid and Hyman get crossed up. Yeah, it's true, Lubo. It definitely is. Scores! 93 with a kick-in goal will not count, but we'll put it up on the board anyway. McDavid with the assist. It's not going to count, but we're going to put it up on the board anyway. Hey, what do you say, Oilers? Nuge from McDavid and Bouchard. His 13th of the season. Not bad, that Connor McDavid kid. This is a not typical Wild Oilers game. Who do these Wild think they are? Run and gun. Huge block by Savoy. Yeah, they're going to have to... there's no call there, eh? Oh, looked like a call to me. I guess the players heard what Skinner said. Good. Take it to heart. Take it personally. Yeah, you're not wrong, Renegade. They're going to have to throw the Brinks truck back at Hughes to keep him. I still say he ends up in Minnesota. Oh, I thought that went in. I thought that was a French Trader goal. Josh Szymanski heading to the Olympics for Team Germany. Can't wait to see that. Jay, I didn't watch it yet. I haven't watched the Rumble yet, man. I've been really busy today. And I'm not allowed to watch the Rumble with my little one because she's starting to do moves on her sister. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Renegade. You're absolutely right.
In regulation at home since November. They've been good on the road as well. Again, in the Central Division.
Yes.
Look at a penalty coming against McDavid as he wrestled a huge.
So you don't call a trip, but you'll call that. Oilers back on the penalty kill. Good God Almighty, these refs are something else.
Oilers 2, the Minnesota Wild 1. Minnesota's goal came on the power play, and the Wild look for another when we come back.
Do you mind if I ask you a question? What do you make? Well,
Time for kill. I don't think Luke cares. Honestly, I don't think any of the Hughes brothers care who's overshadowed by what. They all just want to play together. I honestly think Quinn Hughes is going to take a huge discount to play in New Jersey. Yeah, Epic, you gotta stay out of the fucking box, man. I could, yep. I could do a live stream for the Rumble. I could do a live stream for the next pay-per-view. Sorry, PLE. Can't call them pay-per-views anymore. But I'll be right back. I gotta put the baby to bed.
When you bet with Sports Interaction, it's not always about team loyalty. Sometimes it pays to be a bad fan. Every game is your game. Bet with Sports Interaction. This period brought to you by Scotiabank. Learn how to earn up to $700 at scotiabank.com/special offer.
Leon Draisaitl has opened scoring here tonight. There's been no shortage of significant points in Draisaitl's brilliant career. This one is, as it's 1,034 for him to tie Mark Messier for fourth on the Oilers all-time list. Jack?
Thank you, Scott. And obviously, he's got Yari Curry in front of him. That will be surpassed, and then it'll be a matter of which guy chases down Gretzky first. Draisaitl or McDavid. Quinn Hughes under control. This is a Minnesota power play as McDavid in the box for tripping. Wild scored on their first chance on a dart from Hughes to Eriksson Ek. Here's Matt Boldy loading and firing at the spot of Tristan Jarry. Cleared by Lazar, and Minnesota must regroup.
Did he ever fight that off? Matt Boldy can really rip it.
Both Boldy and Kaprizov sitting on 29, and I think Savoy was wondering about a potential hold on Quinn Hughes there. Didn't get the call. Boldy across the line for Zuccarello. Snuck it through to Eriksson Ek. Poor pass. Intercepted by Savoy. He'll backhand it in deep.
Good penalty killing here. And a good recognition by Savoy. You don't get Quinn Hughes to bobble a puck too often, but he does. He gets in there aggressively and gets right back into the defensive zone to cut off a pass again. Put it down the ice.
Johansson looks okay, Lou. He's back on now. As you pointed out earlier, shaken up. But Faber trying to hold the zone, but Podkolzin hustled it back to the Minnesota line. Spurgeon, who grew up in Edmonton, what was he cut from his Pee Wee team? Johansson. I'm sure no one's claiming that decision. Motivation. Here's Eriksson Ek. Launching one down the right-hand side.
It's a straight line to the top, but I thought every time I see him, he looks like he's getting younger.
Faber. Curiously, I don't have that problem. Here's Tarasenko. Dishing off. Spurgeon. Faber. Tarasenko gets it back from Spurgeon. Gives it to him again. And a shot deflected high by Herman. Johansson on able to get there as fast as he does off to Emerson. And that will do it for the man advantage. So Minnesota, given another opportunity to tie this game up, can cash in. Hughes will play half the hockey game tonight, but a tough pass into Boldy's skates. Boot it back in by Edmonton, who loads up with McDavid and Draisaitl on the same line, coming off the kill. And when Minnesota doesn't get a touch, it's icing against the Wild.
Well, here's that chance at the power play. Nice stick here by Boldy. He walks right into the middle, takes that space, and he loves to shoot it high. He can really rip it both with the one-timer and the wrister. I mean, on one leg, he waits, loads up the stick, and a terrific save by Tristan Jarry to fight that one off high.
Jarry doesn't mind seeing that for us, Green. He's 5-0-1 career against Minnesota. The Oilers, after being shut out in early December by Volstead, have gotten 2 by him here in the first period. Draisaitl beaten off the draw by Eriksson. Hughes will pump it off the plexi. Bouchard to grab it. Draisaitl with McDavid as his side call. Backing off the bench, shipping it ahead for McDavid. Now on to Ekholm. He'll gain the line. Check by Middleton. Puck return to Middleton by Eriksson and Minnesota plus out. Hughes with the cross-ice pass. Draisaitl looking to make the Wild pay. They'll lug it across the line. Take Hughes down low and then try to center for a cutting Ekholm. But that doesn't pan out. Now Hughes will spin away from Draisaitl a second time and find Middleton. Stretch play to Boldy. Kaprizov overrunning. And then got checked by Hyman off the puck. McDavid almost snuck through Drennan at the end of his shift. Faber.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, and ladies. Oilers killed a penalty.
He's got Szymanski bolting toward the net and it never materialized.
Yeah.
Off the glass.
That says all you need to know. Sold his soul to the devil.
Shot blocked. Ricochet back in front. Pumped it into the corner by Volstead, and then Spurgeon eventually wrestled it away from Frederick.
5:25 left to go in the first period. Shots are 10-7 for the Minnesota Wild. 2-1 Edmonton. Goal scored by Draisaitl, Eriksson, and Hopkins.
Fiddler. Wild don't get it out.
Yeah.
Up to Emerson and then back down low for Roslovic. Draisaitl's come back.
Yeah, they really... Oh. Stastny falls over.
Shuffle the combos at times in this first period. Drennan
There's a hook, no call, eh?
his stick into the hands of Draisaitl. Not much on there, but it's a penalty.
Oh, they are calling it a penalty.
Now the Oilers will get their
Cover your ears, ladies and gentlemen. Cover your ears.
Yakov Drennan sitting in the box.
I love that.
The Oiler power play, ranked first in the league, will look to extend their current 2-1 lead. Here comes the tug. We don't miss anything on hockey.
It wasn't much, but it was something. Yeah, Lubo, like, they were giving out spoilers a lot on YouTube. On the WW, as part of WWE on YouTube. Like, I couldn't look at YouTube at all without seeing all the spoilers. It sucked. But yes, I will be live streaming the next PLE. Let me quickly find out when the next one is. Maybe it's Mania. Burr, 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 burr. Sorry, guys, I gotta go to the intermission right quick. I gotta fix something for a buddy of mine. I'm fixing that for you right now, man. I did that for the trolls that come on here daily.
Canada's Olympic team game was a few weeks later. There might not be a debate about Zach Hyman and Evan Bouchard being left on it, because you'd have to think they'd be on it. Hyman, 15 goals in his last 20. There's a glimmer of hope he could be an injury replacement. Bouchard, 22 points, plus 13 in January. The ones left off the best teams are obviously the ones that generate the greatest debate, and Hyman and Bouchard are fueling.
And maybe you shouldn't have unsubscribed, eh, jackass? No, joking.
I mean, Bouchard, like most great offensive players on the back end, is good for 6 or 7 tough plays a year. But you've got to live with those if you want the consistent 60, 70-point campaigns. Here's McDavid. Up top for Bouchard, who had a 6-point night the other night. McDavid in front, broken up, still available. Bouchard stepping up, but Nugent Hopkins grabs it first. Now, Bouchard sneaks near the hash marks, taken by Draisaitl. 11 power play goals for Draisaitl. Give it go, quick snapshot, stopped by Ballston.
Big save there.
Keeps it at 2 on hockey game, and halfway through this Oiler man advantage.
Some terrific sticks here defensively for the Minnesota Wild. It was bold on the entry of McDavid, just a little tap.
I'm going to edit that for you there, buddy.
He's had a lot of great things to say about Boldy, how he's really rounded around and plays in all situations, and this pass gets through to Draisaitl finally. A couple that were attempted to go through that box formation, not a chance. Some range and good sticks to defend for Minnesota, but that quick shot by Draisaitl handled by Wallstedt.
Saw that graphic. The kill has been better the last 5 games because it's inexplicable, Louis, with the goaltending Minnesota has and some of the players they have on the back end that they'd be 25th in the league. Here's McDavid from Draisaitl back to him, but he pushed it behind. Rebound, Nugent Hopkins. Plus you had Hyman there anchored on the far post. Bouchard. Nugent Hopkins fired one, and that was fought off. Wallstedt sees Middleton, and then Faber usher one down the right-hand side. Now Nugent Hopkins will change, replaced by Podkolzin, but the other 4 stay out there. Bouchard, pressure from Foligno, on rushing is McDavid, blisters his way through. You're on, but then his shot was smothered. Podkolzin to Draisaitl.
Draisaitl to McDavid. McDavid runs into Draisaitl. That sucks.
You're off again. Saucer across, Draisaitl one-timer, held it on net. A lunging stop made by Wallstedt. And a rebound play behind. David Hunt slings one off the boards and out. And that will do it for the Edmonton power play. 3 shots on net. Here's Wallman breaking through. Eventually cut off. Wallstedt, that was a hard push off his left skate. Looked like a pretty good save on that last opportunity. Right down Main Street. But he can't get his shot away. And it's Wallman to Podkolzin. Rosovic bottled up in the neutral zone. First time Rosovic played the Wild this year. Here's Kaprizov around Nurse. And then when he centered, Podkolzin was right there to clear. Quinn Hughes. Minnesota's offside. Hughes recognizes. They'll just keep stick handling. Louis, he can do it all day, but here's a tough pass that doesn't work out. Picked up by Kapanen. Stymied by Faber. And Faber's game, predictably, has risen since the arrival of Hughes. Now it's starting to nurse a shot. Back door again. Looked like he was in position to finish. Could not do it. Hughes tucks it up for Zuccarello. Did not get it out. Nurse's pressure. Yanmark again. Centering pass chopped away. And it's Hartman on to Kaprizov with 90 seconds to go in the first period.
Well, these two teams are going at it. Plays
Jesus.
are having to be made, and great defensive plays are breaking it up. They're in tight, but it's just going back and forth.
Yes, Monday. The Condors are 1-0 right now. They had a great game last night. For sure they did. So, yeah, I just had to...
It seems like it's getting picked off. It's incredible.
Well, there does seem to be secondary.
So in case you guys didn't notice, if you didn't subscribe and you subscribed, you had to wait a day to comment. That's because I was getting a lot of hate and a lot of unnecessary hate from people, and I didn't want to hear it, so I was like, this shit. Power play coming from Minnesota. Hyman rolled over Wallstead.
Hyman will go to the box.
As he should.
I mean, this is a shoulder to the whole body of Allsted.
That's a penalty's a penalty's a penalty, man. I'm not upset by that at all.
As you mentioned on that shot block, he ate it, stayed there for a second, and then right when he went to the bench, it was the transitional play.
Power play coming up from Minnesota. Their third power play of the game.
McDavid with some excellent work to get to the middle. Watch Hyman drive away. He's going to keep that stick down. But in the process, Steve rolls the goaltender. He'll be heading to the box.
Hey, Mund. You know what that tells me? You unsubscribed to my channel. And then you subscribed again. You probably did it by an accident, which is cool. It happens. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, smart play taking out their goalie. Hey, it worked for Carolina in 06, right? And for those people thinking I'm still bitter, yes. I'm still very much bitter about 06. You should be too. A trade brewing for who and who? Between who, Epic? Maybe there's already a trade gonna happen on Monday. No, he's not a bad goalie at all. I completely agree with you. Wallsted's not a bad goalie at all. And they'd be dumb to trade him. But yes, Janmark, Mangiapane are not going to be Oilers after the break. Picard also will not be an Oiler after the break. So if you like any of those players, go get their jerseys. Oh yeah, you guys were at Fight Fest last night in Condorsville.
Used to Zuccarello. Snapshot save. Rebound. Backdoor score. Kaprizov stays hot. And he ties the game in the process. The night for Minnesota.
Garbage.
Again.
McDavid and Eriksson. Yeah, keep in mind, Minnesota's 9 Olympians does not include Kaprizov, who would certainly be going. That's his 30th.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Renegade.
As Louis talked about, he's had a heck of a period. That's
30 seconds left to go in the period. 2-2 hockey game.
that he makes off balance.
2 power play goals scored by Minnesota.
Almost able to finish. Three-point period right there.
You hear coaches talking about it all the time, John. Stop in front of the net. You don't have to tell the Minnesota Wild that they stop every time they go to the net. That one almost popped out again.
Ballman driving in with 10 seconds. His shot off a favor and sails out of play. Just talking about the Olympics. That man's heading to the Olympics. Connor McDavid, and get ready for the opening ceremony.
Oh, by the way, the reason why Florida won't make the playoffs, they've got way too many Olympians going. They're going to be one of the tired teams. German Draisaitl jersey. Gotta love that. But you're right. As long as Gustafsson's playing and as long as Fleury comes back to Minnesota, they don't need Wallstead.
So Draisaitl here with a face-off. 7 seconds with which to work. Bowman and Nurse out there. Hyman and McDavid on his flanks. But off the draw, it's going to be Hughes to Eriksson. Bounces one in. We've got a 2-2 tie. Highly
30.
high quality
Jesus.
of play, I'd say, at both ends of the ring.
2-2 after one for the Oilers in Minnesota. You guys enjoy the intermission. I'll be back. Actually, I'm going to do a quick rundown of out-of-town scoreboard. Third line center, absolutely epic. It's actually coming before the deadline, but I'm not allowed to say. Maple Leafs beat the Canucks 3-2. The Stars are up 3-1 on the Mammoth in the second intermission. Kraken 2, Golden Knights nothing after 1. Make it a final. The Kings 3, the Flyers 2 in overtime. 5-0 Colorado over Detroit. 6-5 the Penguins over the Rangers. 2-1 Jets over Florida. 3-2 Flames over the Sharks. Capitals beat the Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime. The Canadiens beat the Sabres 4-2. The Senators beat the Devils 4-1. The Predators, oh my, the Predators beat the Islanders 4-3. Now that you got it good and understood. Oh, and the Blues beat the Blue Jackets beat the Blues 5-3. I'll be back. You guys enjoy the rest of the intermission. Deuces. Hi. Like your socks.
Is that it?
Yes.
Would you be able to say my birthday when you stream the Oilers versus San Jose?
ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. He's back. Hey, Breaking Bad, how's it going? Yeah, I like seeing the Oilers score the first goal, too. Means we're not a bunch of complete idiots. Now, if only we could figure out how to score the second goal and third goals without giving up a goal in between. I guess that's asking too much, though. Ooh, yikes. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Yeah, you're. I love the jersey too. Thanks for getting it for me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm wearing it like this because, you know, they're playing their cream colored jerseys right now, so I figure, hey. Mini putt.
I'm brushing my teeth before I go.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm not worried. You just... Yeah, I like Calvin Pickard's signature and Stuart Skinner's signature too. I'm not allowed to buy any more jerseys. Two after two. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. We definitely are spoiled as Oiler fans with how good. So you go ahead and sell, wife gets mad. You buy, wife gets mad. You're in a lose-lose situation, my friend. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the excuses are this year. United Cycle does it. Elite Sportswear does it. Hockey is February 12th, I think. Don't quote me on that. I believe hockey starts on Tuesday, the second week. Let me check for you. Ice hockey starts February 5th for the women's, and for the men's, it's a week later. Yes, February 12th. Yes. Canada plays Czech Republic on February 12th at 8:40 a.m. I don't know if that's their time or our time. 8:40 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you live in Edmonton or the mountain area, 8 o'clock in the morning, you got hockey. Which is okay. The gold medal game will be at 6 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Time. 6 a.m. Mountain Time on February 22nd. You're not wrong, Jodes. Teachers Convention, eh? That's awesome. In all seriousness, Jodes, you're not wrong. We need a vet. Would you consider Provorov a veteran? I'm not asking to be. I'm asking because I'd consider Provorov to be a vet. Or you want like one of those Duncan Keith type of veterans. I was asked earlier if Russia was in the tournament, would they win gold? And I said yes, on their goaltending alone, Russia would win gold. No. Unfortunately, no, Joe Lubo, just because I don't think bringing another goalie is going to help. I think we're seeing right now, like, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or be a jackass, but I think we're trying to see how good Skinner is with Pittsburgh. I think we're seeing how good his numbers are and what Jari and Ingram are doing behind this defense. I think we're finally, for sure, seeing it doesn't matter what goalie you have. If the defense doesn't do what the defense needs to do, you could have Patrick Wall back there and, you know, like, you could have Wall back there himself, and this defense isn't going to save you. That's just my two thoughts. We need a better defense, a veteran guy back there. We need a centerman that's willing to play third-line center and be okay with being a third-line guy. That's why Boone Jenner, I know you guys keep hearing me talk about it, but that's why Boone Jenner fits that bill. For me, honestly. No, Russia is not allowed to be in the games, and they will not be allowed to be in the games next year either, or in 4 years from now. They are still sanctioned by the world as war country. Although, shouldn't some other country be called that too? Jodes, they didn't get 5 behind them, though. Like, if we're being honest, they pulled the goalie twice and they got close. The game was out of reach when they got 2 more goals in garbage time, so I don't really see those as counting. His save percentage was .925 before that. Like, Pittsburgh got an empty net goal. It was 6-3. They scored 2 goals because of a 6-on-5. If we're being honest and we're being completely transparent, didn't we say that when Jari let in those bad goals, it was garbage time against the Oilers? And the only reason why they went in is because the Oilers were up by so many it didn't matter? Well, if you're going to say that, yeah. Like, that's why, yeah, 6-5. I didn't watch the game. I was busy, but saw the highlights. Rangers scored 2 goals because they pulled their goalie. But yeah, no, it sucks. He still won, right? And hey, it's like I say, I don't care what your save percentage is. Did you win the game? And that would be my feeling forever on goaltenders. I don't care if you let in 17 goals a game. Did your team win by 1? That's all I care about. That goes with these guys too, right? Dropped unfairly.
It's a game changer. It really is. He controls the play so much with the puck on his stick. He plays half the game. And
yeah, it was. Pittsburgh was in control of that game completely, and then, you know, teams just lose interest. Yeah. That looked offside. Oh, Jari, you're going to hurt yourself. Where's that cross check? So just because the puck's there, you ought to cross check a guy? Come on, ref.
Yeah, he got tripped down and then went into the official here, and I think this is more of a blade thing. Equipment, okay. So he goes down, almost takes the referee hard, but just catches him a little bit. Gets up. Yeah, no question. It doesn't ever feel good going into the boards, that's for sure. But I think right away.
Yeah, well, there's a rumor that Bobby McMahon is being traded from Toronto to Edmonton. I don't think that's going to happen.
Those 2 blades, at least maybe both.
Yeah, Oiler fans want to see Jeff Lang. Oh, off the draw. Hammered home by Zuccarello. And the Wild take their first.
How was that a fairly dropped puck? How was that a fairly dropped puck?
Always seems to show up against the Oilers. Gives
Zuccarello in the
Wake the fuck up, man.
and he wastes little time putting that into the net. 3-2.
Fucking hell. Oilers as a whole got to wake the fuck up there.
5 points on the year, Louis. Don't think for a moment he's not trying to make a case to Billy Garrett. Hey, I can play up here. Here's Zach Hyman. You know what I'm saying?
He's done it before. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of time they want to go and look for maybe another centerman. They're still going to maybe try and add pieces to this already very good team. I don't think they need defense, that's for sure.
Here's Bouchard wide open. Shoots into the glove of Volstead. 3-2, but yet another great chance.
Shots were 13-10 for the Wild after the first period.
Hartman has had great success in this line with both Kaprizov and Zuccarello a couple of years ago. They were outstanding. They've gone away from it. They've come back to it, gone away from it, come back to it. But every time they do, it seems to click. And he knows his role on this line with two very skilled guys in Zuccarello and Kaprizov that worked really hard. There's the quick release. You saw it again. Just outstanding shot. Perfectly placed.
Hartman, a career high 34 goals, 65 points a few years ago. Production has steadily declined since then, but he's having a bit of a bounce back here this season after just 11 goals a year ago on the move, and once again shooting this time. Yurov has it blocked. Quinn Hughes will have to reset for the Minnesota Wild, who lead for the first time, 3-2. Brock Faber, hard up the boards. Hughes trying to claim he touched that puck at the red, and now TD Force is taking a look at
This
Draisaitl.
changes things when TD Force heads in there. It's
Yeah, Draisaitl might have broke his finger.
athletic therapist is now taking a look at the hand and the finger of Leon Draisaitl so he gets some work.
Might have broke his finger because a ref doesn't know how to get the fuck out of the way.
It's not right.
Do your fucking job and get out of the way.
Putting him through the exercises and tests to see exactly what it is.
He might have a broken fucking finger.
Face-off win by Szymanski. The shot did not make its way through. Now Roslovic. Savoy, who's been active in this game. Emerson shot blocked. Guided down low by Stastny. And now Roslovic to Szymanski.
Lubo, it's because they're 12 points back of a playoff spot, and they have to jump 9 teams to get to the playoffs.
Stastny. Emerson down low. Savoy able to reel it in. And then it
So,
jabbed off his stick.
from talking to people in Toronto,
Savoy trying to get around Yurov, tucked it inside, and Lazar couldn't find that pass. It's served off the boards back to center. Yurov finishing his check, and Lazar in the process. Lazar takes note of that. His favor directs a pass up to Vinny Hinostroza. Through the neutral zone, smartly gets it in deep because Frederick almost picked his pocket.
oh, jeez, that's awesome.
Faber sends it off the plexi. Did he put too much on it? He did indeed. And that will be an icing call. And Draisaitl is leaving the ice surface. Lou, you saw it happen right in front of you.
He's walking down the tunnel right now, hitting the dressing room with TD4, so not a good sign.
Draisaitl's done. Who's only 8 points back with the equal games played with Toronto? I missed the first part of your comment.
Heading down into the bench.
One-timer coming from all on a save. Rebound. Hyman unable to stuff it home. Now McDavid kicks it back for Darnell Nurse. Hyman.
That's not good. Draisaitl's hurt.
Ballman.
All because of a fucking referee.
Hinostroza on to Foligno, who gives it away in the neutral zone. You've got Hyman out there with Frederick and McDavid. We've seen Draisaitl play at times with Frederick, so this is Chris Knobloch just stealing an extra minute or two for Draisaitl. Foligno. Here's Hinostroza in front to
Florida's also done too. Like, Florida's out. Like, I hate to tell you guys, but Florida's out. Ottawa's out. Toronto's out. Philadelphia's out. New Jersey's out. Rangers are out. Like, Washington, Columbus, New York, Boston. Those are your player teams. He got his leg tangled with the referee who was in the wrong position and didn't get out of the fucking way. Slammed on his wrist and might have broke his finger. He's now in the tunnel. He can't close his hand. What a fucking joke. All because these fucking referees want to make this league about themselves. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what this is. You shouldn't have 4 fucking guys out there. This game is too fast to have 4 fucking people out there that don't know how to move their fucking feet.
Maybe a sign that it's going to be a while before Chris Knobloch expects Draisaitl back. Well, he does so often, as we know that, Jeff. He's not a guy that goes...
Tom Kamensky again, guys. Hey, you know that guy that fucked the Oilers over a couple games ago? Yeah, this guy's back.
John Blood and ultimately Echo gets it to Bouchard, not out, Zuccarello to Kaprizov.
Yeah, I don't know, Epic, because talking to some people in Leaf Nation, they got to go 20-8. Their last 28 games that they have to win 20 of them. And they don't have home games at the end of the year. Like, they have what? 7, 8, I think at most they got 12 home games left. At most of their 28 games. They got at most 12 home games. And they're just so far out of it. Just like Florida. They're so far out of it too. Like, it sounds absurd to say, but they got to jump so many teams and hope that Detroit's and Buffalo's... That's offside, you fucking idiot.
Late call coming from linesman Travis Gollrins.
Like, to be honest, the teams out east have to hope that Detroit, Montreal, Buffalo, and Boston all fail in that division, because the other division is just so strong. Carolina, Pittsburgh, New York Islanders, they're not falling. They're so far ahead, they're not falling. So they got to hope that Montreal, Buffalo, Boston, Detroit fall. I just don't see that happening. So it sucks for Florida, sucks for Toronto. But hey, this is the year of the underdog.
You love that, didn't you? That was a good change in the fly barber. It's very important in the game. Clean changes.
3-2 Minnesota, no Draisaitl. You might not see him for the rest of the game either. Yeah, Lubo, they're going to see it end this year. They really are too good of a team. I mean, as long as they can avoid the 10-game losing streak. A mathematician told me that Buffalo could go 500 the rest of the way and still make the playoffs. Buffalo, Boston, and Montreal could play 500 hockey the rest of the way and still make the playoffs. I hope Buffalo makes the playoffs too. Yeah.
7 minutes gone by in the second period. Sometimes This reading is a challenge for yours truly, and my partner enjoys it. This is Hockey Night in Canada.
Ugh. What a fucking joke, though. Referee standing where he shouldn't be fucking standing. Trips Draisaitl breaks his hand. What a fucking joke. But hey, the game's too fast for one referee out there. So why not make all three referees referees? Like we do in minor hockey. Both officials on the ice can call penalties. Both officials can call offsides. Both officials drop the puck. Three officials out there, make them all referees. You can all call a penalty. You can all call lines. You can all drop puck. No sense in having one referee and two linesmen. That didn't make any fucking sense. It's not like the referees now have more training than the linesmen do nowadays. It's not like it was back in the 50s and 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, where the one referee had more education upon reffing and understood how rules worked and linesmen didn't. No, it's not that way anymore. The guy scores one fucking goal and we gotta highlight it. You were on the power play, you dipshit. Jesus. Put your visor down. It's not covering your eyes.
136 for 8 or $17 million a year, which will see him become the NHL's highest paid player when the deal kicks in next season. Pretty sure Jackie hasn't bothered with 50-50 tickets tonight.
Kaprizov almost scored a second right there on cue. Missing high glove on Tristan Jarry as the Wild continue to get great looks at the slot. Here's another one. And Kaprizov dislodged the stick of Emerson, who might have saved a goal right there.
I think he did.
You're not wrong, Lubo. Absolutely should be.
He's going to have to sharpen up in the defensive zone here. And buckle down a little bit because they're having their way in the middle of the ice in the offensive zone.
And it's interesting because in the first period, the two goals come on the power play, but here in the second, on the 5-on-5, it's been a lot of slot opportunities. Here's another one. As backhand
12 minutes left to go in the second period. 3-2 Minnesota.
Return to the Edmonton bench, and if you listen closely, you might be able to hear 18,347 collective size of relief.
Draisaitl's back on the bench.
Shoot it back in.
I can't imagine his fingers in good shape, though.
Trailing 3-2. Here's Connor McDavid up top. Ekholm a blast. And pinball out. A lunging play by Boldy to keep it alive for Johansson. And a clear back to center.
Draisaitl's back on the bench, but I don't know if he's going to be back on the ice.
Olsen will dish off, and Bouchard missed it. And it just rolled outside that blue line. Return to Bouchard for a reset.
I've reffed a few hockey games. Highly skilled hockey games.
Push over to Hyman. Double team. McDavid slithered through Johansson. So Bouchard for
I don't know. That looked a lot worse than a jam. That looked like...
he's able to borrow his way to center. Ekholm defending the line. McDavid in transition. Here's
Yeah.
Vasilevskiy putting the brakes on against Eriksson.
Not wrong. Not wrong, Epic.
Ekholm. McDavid cuts inside. Open Bouchard shoots. And it was blocked. Rebound Vasilevskiy. Couldn't handle it cleanly. And then Hughes broke up the cycle and sent it over to Johansson. Spoon fed ahead for Eriksson. Draisaitl sitting on the boards ready to come on.
Oh, there's Draisaitl now. Let's see how his hand is.
Does so for Savoy looking for
Broken stick / no call. Holy hell, what does a guy got to do to get a power play around here?
a piece of that dump in.
He hooks him first, and then he two-hand slashes, breaks his stick.
Good job to make the play, even though he was going to take that hit. He knew it. Made the play anyway.
Try side to Savoy. Past the trailer is Bowman, and he just missed on the one-timer. What a recovery off that hit.
Oh yeah, he can't even keep his hand on the stick. It's his lower hand, guys.
That's fielded flawlessly by Wallman, and now Darnell Nurse loads it up to the line. Gives it up for Drysdale.
Yeah, he's very gingerly taking.
Draped all over him. Trennan sees Drysdale. Wisely goes the other route and cleared by Tarasenko. Hinostroza and Stastny. Good race for the puck. Fierce battle. Stastny.
Careful, you're gonna get a penalty for hooking there, Stastny.
Good play by Stastny. Chip back in. Stastny hard up the boards. Janmark to Frederick. 3-2 Minnesota coming up on the 8 minutes left in the second period. Well played hockey game to this point. Tarasenko had it tipped. Jari has cleaned up some of Edmonton's leakiness in the slot in this second period. Here's McDavid looking for the equalizer on his backhand. Serves it up. Try Bouchard save. Rebound available and cleared by Jiricek. Settled on 2 bounces by Bouchard. Now McDavid will attack. Right through out to the net. Don't stand there. Rebound pumped off the post by Hyde.
Yeah.
McDavid knew he had the third pairing to deal with.
Boy, was he flying.
They're not gonna call anything unless they absolutely have to against Minnesota.
A couple of times. Once in the first thing, and you just saw him turn the Jets on there. No
It's okay though. Just battle through it if you're an Oiler player. Battle through it. Icing against the Oilers.
Louis' statement magnified by the fact we're talking about a guy who had 46 points in a 20-game streak earlier this year.
You know what I mean? But when he wants to, and one thing Evan Bouchard's really starting to do is get shots through. He's just been picking his spots perfectly. That's a good save with the blocker. Here's McDavid again. When he picks up this puck, he's already decided before he hits the penalty line, he's taking this puck to the net. And that's just that drive to get into.
Wish I knew where my hat was.
Creates a couple with a rebound.
Any of them.
Well, even at home, he knows he's not going to get a lot of Hunt Jiricek out there. Kaprizov could not snake his way through Bouchard. Hyman is canceled out before he hit the Minnesota line, and now Faber and Hughes. There's 28 minutes left in this hockey game. They're going to be out for at least 15. Zuccarello in over the line. Trying to slip a pass through to Kaprizov. Broken up, Echo to Nugent Hopkins. Faber and Hughes will trade the puck. When Hughes holds in, shoots, deflected, rebounds. Quinn Hughes.
Fucking Jari, man.
Single.
Puts that puck through him. 4-2 Minnesota Wild.
I don't think that's game, but we'll see. Too much time left.
Starting with, as you said,
Shots are 18-19 for the Oilers. Now will you get a power play if you're Edmonton? High stick, no call. Holy fuck, what can we do to get a call around here?
Draisaitl thought he might have been hit with a stick.
Drysdale was hit with a fucking stick. No call on the play.
Especially from the backhand, he has that luxury.
What a fucking joke.
He processes so quickly.
Nurse a shot into a crowd, and Colson kind of plowed over by Spurgeon.
I'm sorry if I'm bitching about reffing, but fuck me with this reffing, man.
And preserved the 4-2 lead.
What a fucking joke.
Eddie Downey, he's a top 3 D-man in this league. Puts the Wild up by
Like, holy shit, your star players are getting fucking high sticked and slashed at. Can't call that. Third line fucking plug gets a stick. Oh, gotta call that. Just This league sometimes makes me wonder why they even play games 82 times a year. Oh, but don't worry, guys. We're going to have 86 games next year. We're going to add some games next year. We want to make it more competitive. Add 4 more games to the schedule. Fuck. Everybody's wanting less hockey, and they want to add more. Fuck. Shh. Anywho's, Quinn Hughes gets himself a goal. Oilers find themselves down 4-2 to the Minnesota Wild.
We also promised on Hockey Night Canada, you know.
How do you not get that? He's being held and then tie stick to the fucking mouth. If you're a referee, what are you looking at? If you're not looking at where the play is, what the fuck are you out there for?
Well, similar to what they have done for a little portion of this period in the first period, get the puck in behind and make them defend. That's the only way they've really created chances. Minnesota, well, we said one of our keys, good use this morning, keep everything in front of you. They're up by 2. It's going to be difficult. Transitional play now. So where you're going to find it is right here. Look in the corners, play a heavy game, get pucks to the net, see if you can't find one of those in front. They cut the lead.
Spurgeon, a shot off the rush, guided to the corner by Jari.
Who's whining about what? Like,
In this hockey game, slammed one wide, and
I don't know, Barbershop. I don't know if anybody that's whining.
icing with 6.5 to go in the second period.
He's just pointing out the fact that that goal shouldn't go in.
Like never before. Don't miss St. Pierre.
You're not going to save them all, and you're not going to win 100% of the time, but at least put some effort out there.
Tested like never before. I thought that was kind of an autobiography.
If you're talking about me whining about the reffing, watch the game, man. It's terrible. You call one penalty that you missed live, had to confer at the center dot for a minute, almost 2, to get it right. You called a trip that his own player tripped him, but you don't call blatant shit. That better be fucking... How's that not icing? That didn't hit anybody nor nobody. That's fucking terrible how that's not an ice.
Who's been a trigger man tonight? Emerson. Spencer Stastny a shot. And they stay down. Still available in the blue paint. Portion of the post.
Just keep knocking the goalie over.
Down and somehow, by an eyelash, the Oilers miss an opportunity to crawl within 4-3.
I like this. This is what I'm talking about right here. They're going to have to start crashing the net, starting to get big bodies in front. This is Frederick that's there. Savoy has a couple of whacks at this afterwards. And the most important thing, the shot has to get down deep. Good shot, wrister by Stastny, gets down into the danger zone.
I wouldn't say he's fantastic. He was developed the right way.
The Chevrolet Silverado calls you
He was developed the correct way over in Europe.
where the trail ends.
Something that Canadians gotta realize is we don't develop goaltending.
Built to take you where the trail ends, so you can go beyond.
Drive now and pay later. Make no finance payments from
Yeah, you're not wrong, Barbershop. I wouldn't even say they need 10 minutes. They only need 5.
Chevrolet.
The way this team plays,
Drive.
With your RBC
better make it the best 10 minutes you played all game, though.
500 airlines.
I don't think this game is over. I think there's going to be some fireworks that we don't see coming. It is January 30th, first after all.
Your home is your happy place until you come back to bad odors. Use Febreze plug-in. It alternates between two complementary...
Like, I hate to tell Canadians and North Americans that. The Europeans develop their goalies so well from the age of 9 right to the age of 20. Very rarely do you see 19, 18-year-old goalies from Europe playing the NHL. There's a reason for that. They're still developing their skills over in Europe. Minnesota should always be better than Edmonton. Won't be the case next year when they lose five people of their roster because they can't afford them due to numbnuts making so much money. Due to Kaprizov demanding ransom for what? Don't know.
One iota to any player named in his Olympic team. Jesper Wallstedt, not Jacob. I correct myself.
Well, Jesper Wallstedt and the Minnesota...
Disagree, Jodes. Disagree. Because if you look at the standings, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. There's only 3 good teams in the Central Division, my friend. The Central Division is a 3-team strong. After that, they are the worst teams in the Pacific. Like, I'm just saying. Don't tell me the Central is strong. It's 3 teams strong. And then the Pacific Division, top to bottom, is better than the Central. Just like out east, the Metropolitan is 3 teams strong. The Atlantic is 3 teams strong. I fucking hate that fucking... Oh, the Pacific Division is so weak. Then why are there 5 Pacific Division teams in the playoffs? If the division is so weak, it should only be 3 teams and the rest should be at the bottom of the league. And don't give me that, will they play against each other bullshit. It's not true. The Central Division top 3 teams beat on the weak-ass Central Division bottom 3 teams. Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota beat up on Winnipeg, Nashville, Utah, and Chicago. They fucking do. Yeah, they'd be a good sleeper epic. Another missed call on the fucking hook, though, eh? McDavid gets 2 hooks in his hands. No call. It's Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, you don't call that a hook? What a shot by Tarasenko, though.
We're going to see a goaltending change here. Sorry, I'm sleeping here. As Jari's going to go down the tunnel here, 5-2 for the Minnesota Wild.
Now, important to note that, of course, there was a goaltending change in that Washington game when the Oilers fell behind.
It was the flip. It was the opposite.
Yes.
It was Jari that came in relief for Ingram. Good point, Jack. And, you know, sometimes you're sparking your team. Sometimes you're trying to send a message. Regardless, they're down 5-2, 3 goals down here. And they need some sort of life here to kind of get back into this one. Still time on the clock. This is a team that you just talked about has rallied from behind in 2 of the last 3 games. Monumental efforts to do it. They've had to score goals to do it. This is a team that can do it harder against the Minnesota Wild, a great defensive team. But this is the play. After all that action, the offensive zone leads to a 3-on-2, and they execute. You're off to Foligno. Foligno zips that one over to Tarasenko. He's always had a bigger drifter and finds the back of the net.
Trennan, Juracek, and David Hunt under duress. Another chance.
I mean, they should be. It's Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. They should all be better than what the Oilers are. They have no tax states. But I'm not going to get into that because that'll hurt you guys' feelings.
Directs to the middle of the ice and Tyler Pittman chips it up the right-hand side, but he wasn't yet at center, and that's an ill-advised icing call taken by Pittman.
No, it's not a scheduled loss. It's just a loss that Minnesota comes in, and Minnesota has the Oilers' number. They're just teams out there that have other teams' numbers. Just like we have LA's, Vancouver's, and Calgary's, Minnesota has ours. We have Nashville's and Winnipeg's lately. Like, I'm sorry, but if that was the case, Jodes, if they were all that much better, then why do the Oilers beat them every year when it matters? Except for 1 year where Colorado won the Cup. They've never been out of round 2. In the decade and a bit that McKinnon has been there, he's only been out of round 2 once. No. No.
They're saying it didn't. They're saying it hit the side. And here's the blast again by Bouchard, eaten up right here on a good block by Hinostroza. And then crossbar right here, little zipper by Connor McDavid.
No, the Oilers are going to beat Toronto, and they're going to beat Calgary to end the Olympic break on a 2, possibly 6-game winning streak. If they can figure out a way to win this game, they're going to come out of it.
It did. It hit the stick. There you go. SZN loves one in. Icing is waved off. Edmonton unable to cash in on a good.
I'm not making excuses for this team. They got to learn how to play as a team again.
Right-hand boards. The Oilers elected to change and put the Nugent Hopkins line out. And now Minnesota with a fresh set of
2.5 minutes left to go in a second period where Minnesota scored 3 goals. Zuccarello, Hughes, and Tarasenko. It was 1-0 and 2-1 Edmonton at one point in this game.
1-0 and 2-1 in this game. But now Jarry has been chased. 5-2 for the Wild to sweep the season series and win for the 14th time in 18 games head-to-head. In this matchup, Johansson got in deep. Emerson directs.
Yes, tickets are expensive. They're expensive all over the place for playoff teams, especially in Canada. Podkolzin gets slashed, tripped, and tackled. No call. Oh, you call that one? You call a non-penalty a penalty. Jesus Christ.
Gets his feet pumping for Brock Faber. Just reaches in with that right arm at the last second and grabs the
Oilers need a goal here, need a goal bad.
You had it all the way, partner. Perfect look at it. And now
No, they wouldn't be checked out, Jotes. Not at all. Not at all. They would not be checked out. You do not get checked out against the Calgary Flames. Had it been against a Nashville, an East Coast team, yeah, you'd be checked. But not against the Calgary Flames, because that's when you can get hurt. That's all I gotta say. You don't get checked out against a team like Calgary, because that team can hurt you. I don't think you're gonna get checked out when Toronto comes to town either. 1-2 clean. Minute 17 left to go in the second. 1:55 left to go in the power play. Shut up. Play hockey. Stop your fucking whining.
McDavid open, Bouchard shoots, save, rebound, and able to pounce on it was Jesper Wallstedt, looking for a second win in this building this year.
This is a really solid save, too. He comes out and faces Bouchard. Perfect little sauce pass by McDavid. Back out to Bouchard. He loads this one up. Looking to go high. As you can see how far out Wallstedt was. Out on the tip of the crease. Tested that blocker side once again. He makes himself big. And not only makes the save, is able to hold on to it afterwards.
John Hines talked about after he broke that 3-game losing streak, he's had some adversity in a tough year in the American League last year. Looking to shake it off and get back in the win column for a second time this week. Boldy driving hard up the right-hand side. Bouchard strong at the line momentarily, but now has to reload at center. 40 seconds to go in the period. Draisaitl with McDavid. Bouchard. Shot tipped. Can't save. That went off the stick of Spurgeon and well handled by Wallstedt.
Smart play by Bouchard. Was going to go back down low due to the pressure. He looked up.
Burr, 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 burr.
McDavid didn't pick it up cleanly. Still got it in deep. And now Minnesota with a chance to clear. Boldy had his pocket picked by Draisaitl. So one more chance. Bouchard with 5 seconds. Draisaitl. Bouchard one-timer. And then pinball to Draisaitl in front. And Wallstedt at the horn has it in his clutches to keep Minnesota's lead at 5-2. The Oilers, who've outshot the Wild tonight, will get a fresh sheet of ice.
Oh, fun stuff.
The third on the power play, but they're down 3 for the second straight game.
And they'll carry that over. They hope.
Sometimes it is what it is. Hey, you got to play 60 minutes of hockey. You can't just play 5. Shots after that period were 7 for the Wild, 17 for the Oilers. 27-20 are the shots total right now in the game. That'll change. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on upstairs. I'll be back. Janias, I that's unfortunately it's not determined by them. It was decided before the season started what teams they were wearing them against. But I feel ya. I get ya. Boo, boo, boo. Oh, I got somebody here. Oh, yeah, what did I miss in the chat? My lord. All right. Not being negative, being realistic, should not warn, okay. I'm not counting out the Oilers at all, man. Like, this Oilers team is making the playoffs. I've said it since day one. Whether they're wild card number 2 or Pacific Division winners, they are winning the playoff. They are making the playoffs. And they're probably going to win a cup this year. It's cardiac Oilers, but Minnie's going to play trap. Absolutely. Hey, Barbershop, he had a 7-5, but before those 2 goals were scored against him, he was a 7-21. You can laugh about it, but Pittsburgh was up 5-1. They gave up. They didn't care. It got close. They went up 6-3. And then they just let off the foot. 2 empty net goals scored by the Rangers. If you want to be like that, I guess be like that. But realistically, that 750 is more like a 902. But hey, garbage time goals matter. Picard's gone, Nick. Yeah, he's being traded. That's not true, Jodes. That's not true at all. That is not true at all, man. Like, fucking hell. Because they're really good when they don't get blown out. How about you fucking just realize that this team is actually a good team when they're not getting blown out of 1 or 2 games? You take 2 games or make it like 3. Maybe it was 4. But you make it seem like it happens daily or weekly. What about the games we blow the other team out? Oh, but those don't count, right? Like, this is a good hockey team in a good freaking division. The Central Division is weak as fuck outside of the Avalanche, outside of Dallas, and outside of Minnesota. Winnipeg is garbage. Utah's okay. Chicago sucks some ass. And Nashville couldn't figure their shit out with the best lineup they have. Don't want to hear how good the Central is. It's not that good outside of Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. I'm sorry, but Jesus fucking Christ. Holy shit, man. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but you've got to stop being so negative, man. Like, you want to say it's a realist? Be realistic. Talk about how good the Oilers are when they're fucking good. Talk about how great they are when they're blowing teams out. When they come back and win games. But you can't, man. You just got to focus on the negative, dude. It's okay, but just don't focus on the negative. Take them both. If someone like Anaheim, San Jose, and LA go on a heater, that doesn't matter. Let them. If Anaheim, San Jose, and LA go on a heater, good. Oilers are still in the playoffs because they're going to be the 5 teams that make it out of the Pacific Division because the Central is so fucking bad. Like, I'm trying not to be an asshole here, but fuck me, man. Like, we've got to be... Like, if you want to be a realist, be a realist. Don't be a negative and then claim you to be a realist. That's like a freaking liberal. Oh, well, all these shootings in Minnesota shouldn't be happening. But if you don't understand why they're happening, because illegal immigrants are killing and raping civilian women. But hey, we don't know what happened for sure, right? I'm just saying, like, if you're going to be a realist, be a realist. Look at both sides and be real about both sides. Don't be negative, claim to be a realist, but only be focusing on the negative side. That's not a realist. That's a negative. That's just a negative connotation on life. A realist sees like, yeah, this is going to suck. This is going to be bad for a little bit. But they're still going to find a way. A realist looks at this defense and says, damn, these guys are hot garbage. But every game, they find a way to score. Every game, they find a way to keep the puck out of the net a little bit. Yeah, you tell them. Oilers are getting their asses handed to them 5-2. It happens. Okay. But the Oilers shut down Hughes and Eriksson, and what does Minnesota have? The Oilers shut down Hughes and Eriksson Ek. What does Minnesota have? Oilers don't take 2 dumb penalties back to back. What does Minnesota have? Whole lot of shit, nothing. Minnesota doesn't get 2 power plays. What do they have? Fucking nothing. I'm just saying, man, like, if you're going to be a realist, be a realist. Don't be a negative person and claim to be a realist. I really hope there isn't a civil war in USA, man. I really hope there isn't. Because it will affect Canada and not in a good way. I hope both sides can get together and find out that there's common ground. I really hope that we can find common ground.
At CNN News until Thursday night when Jake Middleton lobbed the long one, caught by Vinny Hinostroza, didn't break stride, put the puck down into the net for a 2-0 lead.
But like, can we all agree it doesn't matter how good Minnesota is in the regular season? They fold in the playoffs. Colorado folds in the playoffs. Dallas folds in the playoffs. What team in the last 3 years has not folded in the playoffs? And that's going to come to bite Canada in the ass so hard, Barbershop.
I'm not saying anything in that.
I'm not a fan of that at all.
Not a chance.
Here's the but thanks for the support, Jack.
McDavid around Eriksson. Taken away and cleared. This is an Edmonton power play to start the third. At
14 seconds left, 19:30 left to go in the game. Oilers will not score on this power play.
And now Draisaitl doesn't get a touch on the puck, and this is an ice.
That's fine. Score.
Connor Ingram in net.
And a great stick player.
Goalie poll, by the way, guys. Connor Ingram is in net.
David do a pass to the slot, just gets it in the right position. He's been so good in this game, not only offensively but defensively as well. And that just broke up the play, puts it down the ice, and then the ensuing one, as you mentioned, the icing. So face off with 7 seconds of this power play that's carried over from the second period, all the way down the ice.
Coming into this game on pace for what would be their best record away from home ever.
Offside here, just
Couple of breakdowns on the power play, and Minnesota's back in full strength.
good game on the blue line.
Well, stay asleep when Mom puts you to sleep.
All it takes
I don't want to hear
to
it.
create the offside.
I don't want to hear it.
McDavid was all the way deep chasing down, so whistle,
You're not sleeping. That's on you.
and face off will come to the outside.
Yeah, rub your eyes.
Louis, for the better part of the last decade, Minnesota's kind of been,
You're not wrong,
in the
Lubo.
playoffs,
You're not
a
wrong.
contender, but ultimately out in the first or second round. Do you get any
It
different
sucks.
sense with the acquisition of Hughes
No,
and
Barbershop.
mentality
You don't.
in terms of what they could do?
I guess that's your opinion. You're allowed to have it. It's funny how we say this as North Americans, but if we're over in any Muslim fucking country at all, and we go against any authority, we get shot. We get unalived. We get jailed. But because we live in fucking North America, we're allowed to say whatever the fuck we want to say. And there's no repercussions for it. Man, I'm glad I live in North America. Barbershop, you're an idiot. You're a bootlicker if you don't understand what's going on. I'm sorry, dude, but that's just the worst comment you can make. If you don't know why they're there, also get mad at the old president of the United States, Barack. Go fuck yourself, Barama. He's the one that brought ice to Minnesota to begin with, but you guys didn't know that. We're all mad about right now, but this has been 12 years in the making. Right, Barbershop, right. Show your true colors some more, you idiot. Keep showing your true colors some more, man. It's funny how you're okay with those guys getting shot and detained, but you're not okay with what's going on with Minnesota. That's a weird take. That is a weird take, man. Cool. I'm a bootlicker. Cool. If I'm a bootlicker, that makes you lower than the lowest scumbag in the world. I'm just saying, dude, you are showing your true colors tonight, man. Barbershop, I'm going to have to block you just for your stupid comments like that.
There's an extra chip right there, just trying to pop it loose. It wasn't completely held on to by Ingram, but not much. But anytime a player's poking away your goaltender, especially after you've given up 5 in the game, there's going to be a little extra.
Friedrich is going to be fine. Mangiapane was a mistake.
There's the record in the cream for the Oilers.
I think we can all agree the Mangiapane experiment didn't work. But hey, he was wanted here by the players. It's not just one guy that makes the decisions. It's not just two guys. Really, Barbershop? Why don't you go look at who put ice in Minnesota 14 years ago or whenever Obama was the president? You stupid fucking idiot. Get the fuck out of here. Have a good life, you fucking loser. Bye. I've put up with a lot of your shit. I'm done. Bye. You fucking idiot. You fucking useless piece of shit. People have wanted you gone for a while. You fucking liberal piece of shit. I'm sorry, but if you don't know facts and you want to talk out your fucking ass, like I said, I'm glad I live in North America where I can say stupid shit and get away with it. Not be threatened with jail time or death. Go to that lovely China you talk about and talk the way you talk. Find out how quickly you get silenced. I'm sorry, that's the last straw for me. If you want to call me a bootlicker, whatever, but holy crap. Come on, Edmonton, get a goal here. First 5 minutes, get a goal. Second 5 minutes, get a goal. Like, I'm as neutral as it gets for politics. I don't like liberals and I don't like conservatives. I think both are insane and both are elite in their own ways. They're both extreme. But for you to say that Obama didn't put ice in Minnesota, you kind of got to know what you're talking about. The world isn't perfect, but that's okay. Some things happen for the greater good, and we have to be okay with it. Right.
To reload. 4 minutes gone by in the third. Minnesota's lead remains 5-2. Draisaitl building speed. Hits the line. Pulls up to the middle. Point to win. Drive at home.
Yeah, we beat a lot of top teams, Epic. Kimo, we beat a few good, really good top teams. It's just nobody wants to talk about it. Because, heaven forbid, we're going to face a lot of top teams moving forward in March and April. I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying. Like, we didn't fluke into 28 wins this year. Hughes hooks Lazar, no call on it.
Hughes was out there for a long time, too. It's amazing the reservoir that him and this guy have, both of them. Kaprizov with a nice little touch on this pass by Zuccarello, who throws it in front.
Because if that's the argument you guys want to make, then look at who Colorado's beaten this year. They haven't beat anybody that's been top tier. But we are really Edmonton focused about only beating bad teams. Ingram hasn't really faced a shot since... Oh, just I say that. He might face a few shots now. No, Barbershop's been looking to get banned for a while, and that's the last straw with me. Like, come at me with facts, cool. Right? Like, I could have any argument you want to have. If you give me facts, I'll hear you out. 13:25 left to go in the third period. 5-2 Minnesota. Shots at 24-31. Yes, I live in Alberta. Do I want Alberta to separate? No. Because I think Alberta separating doesn't only just hurt Canada, but it hurts Alberta. In saying that, do I think that the rest of Canada needs to start pulling their weight and paying for things? Absolutely. Alberta shouldn't have to pay for the rest of Canada to be part of Canada.
on the wall of St. Paul. Well, he's in Edmonton tonight, looking to go 2-0 at Rogers on Hockey Night in Canada.
But hey, it's just facts over feelings, I guess. I think it's really odd that the biggest province in Canada gets the most money. Yeah, Eric. He does it to get a rise out of people, and when he doesn't get the rise he thinks he deserves, he takes it to the extreme. And tonight I just had enough. Like, bash the Oilers all you want. Bash me, but to call me a bootlicker, wow. I've never been called a bootlicker before. That's interesting. I've been called a Nazi before. A white supremacist. A racist. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the donut. Cheers. It's a derogatory term. And he knew what he said when he said it, and he knew it would get him banned for saying it. Not only that, but he also used another word that he shouldn't be using on YouTube. That word alone, I don't agree with.
59 to go here, and we'll see if McDavid can key another comeback job.
Building drama.
Cross check, no call.
Minnesota can take any drama out of this game. A 3-goal lead. Scott mentioned the Oilers are among the most dangerous.
No, that's my donut. This is your donut. Don't you be double dipping donuts.
Here's an outlet for Bolden. Takes a skate on the red. Finds Johansson.
Yeah, and they just had the player signing for season ticket holders last week, or before last game, sorry. Ekholm got a bit of the flu, got some Swedish remedy, got better.
Reset for the Oilers. Kaprizov. Trying to make it difficult for Edmonton to vacate the zone. Bouchard escapes. Looks up ice. Cap to the middle. Here's a chance. Ekholm in front and lunging that band down. On Nugent Hopkins, big shattering check delivered by Kapanen. On David.
No.
Meanwhile, the outlet for Zuccarello. Hunt.
I'm not lucky enough to go to any of those.
From Ekholm as he gets it in deep. Ekholm, stretch play to Hyman. Middleton on him. Hyman waits, allows Bouchard.
Hey, get down. Yeah, time to go see mom. Take your donut.
Eventually he'll take a drop pass and challenge Spurgeon. Trying to center and Tarasenko broke that one up. He'll look to chip it up to Foligno, and it does leave the zone.
I didn't even know the skills competition was tomorrow. I thought it was until for a while yet, but it makes sense.
Ball to Nurse. Fires it in, less than 11 minutes remaining. Middleton crowded by Draisaitl. And that's ushered up the right-hand side and out by Spurgeon. Wallman on the puck retrieval. Gives way to McDavid. Leading scorer in the league, 95 points. Draisaitl to the middle. Backhander shove it on net. Falstead again. He hasn't been perfect tonight. But once again, has eclipsed 30 saves. Centering pass, one-timer score. Tyler Pitlick against his former team and Minnesota.
speed.
They were playing decent. They're just getting outworked in the neutral zone. They're taking shots, but they're not dangerous.
6-2 for the Minnesota Wild.
What a job by Pitlick, remaining relevant. He's now in his 9th team, his 15th year in the league. Drafted in the 2nd round by the Oilers in 2010. Often injury plague, but he keeps coming back.
Like, the shots the Oilers are taking, they're not dangerous. They're not
For those guys that are
anything. It's just
continue to carve out hundreds of games.
quantity, I guess.
Roslovic in across the line.
Started early with Pitlick to the injuries, so it was something that he had to deal with that adversity early on.
Pitlick, former Oiler, gets a goal against his former team, because of course he does.
Right, big body can skate, has an excellent shot. You just saw it.
Johansson denied by Ingram.
Yeah, right?
And his
Second goal of the season.
pass, Pitlick going upstairs.
Trennan and Horsanta.
That's a goal that probably gives Minnesota enough cushion here. Hold it. Johansson.
Well, you got to credit Minnesota when they've had the lead.
There's nothing going on with this team.
And that's where San Jose was guilty of the other night.
Sit back on Edmonton, you're in trouble. But for Minnesota, I'll give them credit. It was 3-2. They look for more. Right here into the third period, Edmonton's pushing. They're looking for more.
Bouchard shooting, save, Bolstead, rebound, covered.
Oh, there, that guy gets cross-checked and then laid on, but that's cool, right?
To play. The Minnesota Wild have
You care too much about blowouts there, Jodes.
hockey game. The fourth.
And it's not the 6th blowout at home. Stop. It's not even the 6th blowout. You call a 4-goal lead a blowout? So you call this a blowout. So what's a 4-1? What's a 4-1 final to you? Or a 5-0 final to you? A 5-2 final to you? 6-3 final to you? 6-2 final to you? 7-3. Are those blowouts? Because Montreal blew out Colorado 7-3 by your definition of blowout. Pittsburgh blew out Chicago 6-2. Tampa blew Winnipeg 4-1. Boston blew out Philadelphia 6-3. Minnesota blew out Calgary 4-1. Seattle blew out Toronto 5-2. Columbus blew out Chicago 4-2. Like, by your definition, all these games are blowouts. I'm just saying, I guess your definition of blowout and my definition of blowout are kind of different. It's a 4-goal game. To me, 5 or more is a blowout for me. 5, even 6 or more. I get it. I get the frustration. He's allowed to be frustrated. This team is not playing well at home, and I get it. I get the frustration. I understand the frustration. I am with you, Jodes, on the frustration. This team needs to figure it the fuck out at home. They've got a lot of home games coming up after the break. They've got 2 more. Sorry, 1 more. They got Toronto, and then they're at home.
What struck you most? This won't show up on After Hours, but what struck you most about Billy Guerin, the player, Louis?
Well, kind of what you saw. He was a great goal scorer, but he played the old-fashioned
Like,
way.
I don't know.
We're gonna show a little bit of that.
This team will figure it out. They have to. Trades are coming.
Accustomed to the way that he played a hard-nosed game, so he did a little bit of everything. And so typical of the power forwards in that era, he was a big part of that. And a reason why he won Stanley Cups, not only as a player, but also in management with the Pittsburgh Penguins. So for me, that's the biggest thing that stands out. He didn't win all his fights, but he never backed down.
Ekholm, Nugent Hopkins.
Just for shits and giggles, do you play Picard at home against Toronto? Just for shits and giggles? Because the other 2 goalies right now haven't really looked all that amazing.
Save on Kaprizov of a pretty slick feed from Hartman. Now Faber. Kaprizov. All night to operate in front. Drive Hartman. That slot's been open all night, Louis. chance for Hartman. That stayed out, but Minnesota's on a lot.
Janmark, Mangiapane, and Picard going to Columbus for Boone Jenner and Provorov.
Faber tries to close that one off. And Kaprizov ends up with possession.
Their timing's been excellent getting to the slot at the right time, and they spread you out, they spread you thin by using the walls, using behind the net, and then once it's funneled to the slot, it seems like it's wide open. It's just the players getting there at the right time. They have found it a lot.
Wild guilty of icing, but leading 6-2. And we've got a matchup for you on Tuesday. Looking forward to this one.
What did Hockey Night in Canada do, Jotes? That would be the Vancouver way, though.
Instead, CC and Simmer will have the call with our colleague Gene Prince Bates.
Roslovic scores 6-3. Guess it's not a blowout anymore. No, we're not back. It's Minnesota Wild. They're going to shut it down defensively.
Looking for Foligno. Icing will be waved off here.
I wish I could say we're back.
We've got the primary helper on Jack Roslovic's 15th of the year. 7 minutes to play. Long to Nurse. Roslovic. Woolman. That's the way a shot. Towed aside by Volstead. Now Woolman to Nurse. Up top for Savoy. Volstead has given up 3 in his last 10. Roslovic just hit the post.
Roslovic just hit the post. Let me check that, though. Renegade.
That clean of a game defensively for Minnesota.
Some nice navigating here in the offensive zone around some sticks, making these little tiny plays, and then Roslovic, little against the grain shot here on the wrister. Punches through to Minnesota Wild, both sticks, and as he gets through, he releases it pretty quickly. Volstad gets a piece of it, and then rings the bar.
I'm wondering whether Josh Szymanski is going to get his first NHL point. He won the face-off that led to the Roslovic goal. Haven't announced it in-house yet.
You're right.
Here's Eriksson Ek, darting through the neutral zone, forced out wide. Holding stumbles. Ekholm trying to free it up. And it will be Josh Szymanski's first NHL point. They've given him the assist. Here's McDavid with his team down 3. Bouchard, dragging it, and Eriksson Ek, the shot at that empty post. The Oilers have hit 2 pipes with a chance to make it 6-4. Boldy, stick handling, and dishing back. And
2 posts.
So we settle this game down. Right around Bouchard to the net. Chelsea scores 7-3.
2 posts, and they go back and do that. Can't let that goal go in. You just can't.
Shoots it from distance, and that's the key. He gets it away quickly instead of getting in too tight. Lets it go. 7-3 now.
How about the finishes we've seen tonight for both clubs? Picking corners all over these.
Yeah, you're right about Provorov making that much money. But it would still be. It sounds like it's still going to be Boone Jenner.
Goaltending coach from Minnesota Wild, he goes, they're looking
No matter where they go, it's going to be Picard, Janmark, and Mangiapane going the other way. I can't say for certain which team is in on it, but those are the 3 Oiler players that are going the other way.
7-3 Minnesota. Get Boldy and Middleton. The assists on Favors. Really an individual effort. I mean, that was Boldy just dropping it back and changing.
And I don't think that's a positive thing, Jack, for the Edmonton Oilers of 2025-26.
Kaprizov. Because this Minnesota club, as you indicated earlier, you want to play like that. The Wild can beat you that way. They didn't used to be able to do that. But they have too many weapons right now to be sloppy and give up the slot all night. Here's Savoy winding it down low. Here's Savoy in front. That was deflected away by Juracek. This is the 6th time this year that the Oilers have surrendered 6 or more goals. The 5th time at home. Kapanen. Shot wide. This is the 7th game of an 8-game homestand at Rogers Place.
No, Minnesota hockey isn't boring anymore.
Since 1982, and they're going to fall to 4-3.
They lost in overtime. There's a difference, though.
Talked about that Toronto game on Tuesday. Will be the finale.
I don't know if trading Wallsted's a good idea, though.
Spurgeon wrestling for puck possession. Kapanen up
Because if Gustafsson gets hurt, who do you have?
caught cleanly by
That's all. I'm not a Minnesota fan, but if Gustafsson gets hurt, who do you really have to lean on? Right? That's what I mean. Like, we talk about how great Minnesota's been for a decade, decade and a half, but they have no playoff success.
End childhood cancer. With more than $4 million donated across Canada this year, Hyundai and its dealers are just getting started. To help kids put cancer in the rearview mirror.
Hey,
Yeah.
Harris, sit on the first small to play professional rollerball with the fiercest animals in the most.
I mean, they figure this is the year to go all in, right? Yeah, no, we're going to enjoy Toronto. The Oilers beating Toronto, the Oilers beating Calgary. Do some Olympic games. They are going to be during the day, which sucks, but hey. You guys are going to get living room mat during the Olympics. I'll have my computer set up in the living room then, because my wife will be in school. So, hey, she gets to stay down here. You're not wrong, Renegade. Not wrong at all. That's why Askarov left Nashville, right? He wanted to be number one. Well, Saros is there. You're not going to be number one over Saros. No matter who you are.
Teams has been evident throughout. This is a one and done for the Wild. They go home to play Montreal. Talked to Quinn Hughes this morning. Talked about how excited he was going to be, but there was still.
I'll be live for both games, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Dallas won. Of course, Minnesota briefly slides.
I just got to put the graphics and stuff up and get all that set up. I'll do that tonight while you guys are in bed sleeping.
Colorado in that Central Division juggernaut. It's going to be only the second time all year, Louis, that the Oilers lose a game in regulation where they score first.
Yeah, they've been actually.
I got to go live for the Maple Leaf game. You know that.
In this one in the first period. But credit the Wild, as we talked about. They didn't go away, they didn't back down, and when they had the lead, they continued to push as well.
And they responded.
Yeah, Gustafsson is a great goalie, yeah.
You started thinking, is Minnesota going to do
What's the theme that we're finding out about Gustafsson and Wallstead,
Colorado's coming out of one right now.
Saros and Askarov,
Hard at the net. Oilers hopeful that
Wisnowski?
we're prepared to go on a run, having won 3 in a row for the first time all year.
Yeah, they do want a solid return
Team not to win
at
3
center.
this year as Wallstead puts that one away.
That they do.
Distance off the stick of Jake Walman.
It's a good shot from Walden. Excuse me, a little bit of a fly-by screen, but for Volstad, he's able to see it. He's able to follow right into the glove the whole way, and I think that's one of the areas for Edmonton when they watch the video.
You've heard correct. They want a center. They want a depth center.
To have more of a presence in front of them, and they just didn't get there enough. Because when they did,
I hope that's true, Nick. I really want that to be true.
Edmonton got in there, they had traffic in front, pucks bobbled around. And they needed a little more of that. Minnesota's been good at kind of protecting the front of the net, but that's where you've got to dig in and make sure you're getting there. And right there's a prime example. I mean, Walden got a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't understand how that all worked out for Vancouver, though.
Year, Minnesota's gonna
And then they shut down Demko again for the year.
Wallstead 38 saves.
Well, Load, it started out with Jari, and now we have Ingram.
After a personal 3-game losing streak.
Jari let in 5, Ingram let in 2.
Angle shot. Wallstead makes the save on Kapanen. Damon Hunt punched off his stick as he
The whole team as a whole let in 7, so I guess
Kaprizov building speed.
take that for what it's worth.
Edmonton entered tonight in a first-place tie to the Vegas Golden Knights.
Hard to believe that we're in a first place tie with Vegas, right? But we suck. This team's garbage.
That game is going final. Seattle beat Vegas 3-2 in regulation, so that's good news for Edmonton.
Hey, Vegas lost in regulation. That's great news for Edmonton.
Knights do have a couple
Still tied in first place.
cleared out by Hinostroza. This
That's
is
icing. 1 minute left to go in the third period.
3 seconds.
Minnesota 7, Oilers 3. Oilers are losing, and that's okay.
How do you see this Western Conference?
Yeah, pretty wild, isn't it? When you look at the teams at the bottom that are pretty close together, you've got 6 teams there in the Pacific Division that are battling out for positions. You could potentially have the 3 Central teams that win it because of division and have the extra couple that are Pacific Division teams. It's going to be a fight right to the end. I think that top 3 obviously is settled. Positioning's the only thing they're going to be fighting for. But the Pacific Division's up.
Yeah, for sure, Lubo.
And that includes some of these new challengers. I mean, if Anaheim and San Jose get hot, the way the division is right now, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. But right now, LA is trying to remind Anaheim and San Jose is the first step to get through us.
There's going to be a lot of interdivision play after the Olympic break. And that makes it a little easier to try and make up ground and settle into position.
Minnesota scoring 6 in the last 7 goals of this one, turning a 2-1 deficit into a convincing 7-3 victory in the Wild. Sweep the season series from the Edmonton Oilers. They win this one 7-3. Jesper.
2, 2, 3, 6. Hey, remember how I talk about, I talk very highly about 8-game increments, right, guys? Like, you guys know I talk about 8-game increments. You want to know something real funny? The Oilers just finished these 8 games 5-3. They won the 8 games that they played in. That's stage 7 done. They won 5, lost 3 in 8 games. Eichel is not a good hockey player. Eichel is a piece of shit human being and a piece of shit hockey player that went to the highest bidder. But I won't talk out of school because I'll get myself in trouble. Eichel won 1 cup with Vegas that paid for it. Can't do that anymore. I can't wait to see these playoffs and how they're actually going to unfold when teams can't buy cups anymore. It's going to be great watching actual playoff hockey where a team can't have 4 lines of top line guys. Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. Bruins Lightning outdoor game. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, Oilers lose 7-3 to the Minnesota Wild. Full marks to Minnesota and Wallstead. They came in here and did the business. If I let this Oiler team ruin any of my days, man, I'm living a sad life if I let any hockey team depict my mood after this. Am I upset? Absolutely, as I should be. As everybody should be upset. Oilers shit the dog today. Bunch of dog water. But at the end of the day, they're still first place in the Pacific Division. A playoff team. They're going to play another game on Tuesday against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And they're going to play another game on Wednesday against the Calgary Flames. And then you guys got 3 weeks to contemplate your lives and figure out how much hockey means to you. For me, I'm going to enjoy a little time off. Watch some good Olympic women's hockey. Some curling. Some ski jumping. Short track speed skating. Bobsledding, skeleton, and luge. It is what it is, folks. Oilers lose tonight. You can't win them all, but you sure as hell can't lose them all either. We're done playing Minnesota this year. That's the best part about this, is we're done playing Minnesota now. For the remainder of the games, it looks like we got Pacific Division heavy, which is good for us because we play pretty well against them. I will be streaming some Team Canada games. It's looking like all the games will be at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is perfect because my daughter goes to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be able to stream without the Seaman Demon fuck trophy making a lot of noise in the background. I'll probably be watching the games upstairs in the living room, have my computer set up on the living room table. Might be my laptop, but hey, lower quality, same system, same channel. You guys have a good night. Enjoy. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy Monday. See you guys Tuesday at 6:30 when the Maple Leafs play against the Oilers. And then on Wednesday at 8 o'clock when the Flames are hosting them same Oilers. Back-to-back, 6:30 and 8. My name is Matt, OilersFanReaction. Doses.